Good day and welcome back to the No Opinion News Network. I'm your host Chris, and this is your Monday, November 23rd, Daily News Briefing. Before we get started, I would greatly appreciate it if you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I put in hours to get you this report, and I really appreciate it. Thank you. And on to the news. Last week, a tiny owl was found dehydrated and hungry in the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree. The owl was discovered last Monday by a worker setting up the towering Christmas tree in Manhattan. The tree was cut down 170 miles northwest of the city, and it is believed to have been the owl's home as he traveled all the way to New York City with the tree. The owl was brought to Ravensbeard Wildlife Center, where he has been feeding on mice to bring his health back, and he was expected to be released back into the wild last Saturday. President Trump's legal battles over election fraud are not going so well. Cases are being dismissed one after another. The Trump campaign legal team is distancing themselves from attorney Sidney Powell. Powell is the attorney that stated she had evidence on a computer server in Europe that millions of votes were switched to Joe Biden. Tucker Carlson asked her onto the show with evidence, and she declined. In her latest accusation, she accused Georgia's governor and Secretary of State of being part of a conspiracy involving a voter system contract. She said, Georgia's probably going to be the first state to blow up, and she also said it would be biblical. Let's hope there wasn't any election fraud. If there was, let's get out the evidence and let's just wrap this up. As President Trump has not conceded yet, Joe Biden is moving forward as if it was business as usual. He is expected to pick Jake Sullivan as his national security advisor and Linda Thomas Greenfield for the UN ambassador. Sullivan served as the national security advisor in the Obama administration, and Thomas Greenfield served as the Secretary of State for Africa from 2013 to 2017 under Obama. And before that, she served as the U.S. Ambassador to Liberia. A group of over 100 business leaders have signed a joint letter urging President Trump to concede the election and work with the Biden transition team. The letter states, "Every day an orderly president transition process is delayed, our democracy grows weaker in the eyes of our own citizens, and the nation's stature on the global stage is diminished." The group, made up of both Republican and Democratic donors, went on to say, "Withholding resources and vital information from an incoming administration puts the public and economic health and security at risk. Stimulus talks are at a standstill, and in about a month, the economy's worst nightmare could happen. Unemployment runs out on December 26th, student loan deferrals end December 31st, the CDC's eviction protection program ends December 31st, and self-employed workers' unemployment runs out in December also. Steve Mnuchin has taken back $454 billion from the Federal Reserve from the last stimulus package. The money was not used, but the Federal Reserve was not happy about it. Mnuchin thinks he can use the money as leverage in pushing a new stimulus bill. Basically, if a bill is asking for $2 trillion, Mnuchin can say we can do it for $1.56 trillion because he has the extra money from the Fed sitting in a pot waiting to be reallocated. Congress is off for the Thanksgiving holiday, so don't expect to hear much on stimulus talks until next week. Not only is there a stimulus package to worry about, we are also nearing the deadline for the federal budget to be approved. If Congress does not agree by December 11th on a new budget, we will face a government shutdown. In turn, more Americans filing for unemployment, Let's hope they can get this done in time. If you didn't see my special report on the COVID lockdowns in Europe on Friday, please go back and take a look. It's quite informative. Based on all the charts and graphs I have looked at, it looks like the worldwide cases of COVID-19 are starting to drop, and we should see the deaths drop this week or next week. In the US, we will probably peak with new cases this week, and next week we'll peak with new deaths. I'm not a doctor or scientist, I'm just analyzing the data and charts, and that's what I see as the most likely outcome. Current hospitalizations in the US are up to 83,782, with 16,206 in the intensive care unit and 5,233 on ventilators. The US is averaging 172,789 new cases per day. This is up around 19,000 new cases per day from last week. Deaths are averaging about 1,547 per day, up around 390 from last week. Worldwide cases are averaging 581,897 new cases per day. This is up around 1,000 per day from last week. As you can see, they have hit their peak worldwide, and now we should see the cases start to fall. The deaths worldwide are at 9,706, and that's up around 800 per day from last week, and we should expect to see those drop starting this coming weekend. We have a new segment. It's called In Case You Missed It. So last week, the Philippines were hit hard with a major typhoon, and it affected about 295,000 people. As you can see by the video, the flood is devastating, and many are left homeless and without drinking water. I know this is a tough year already, but I will leave a link in the description of a company that is out there working on the front lines. If you can, please donate. If not, keep them in your hearts. And finally, how about a bit of news that I found quite amusing? Over the weekend, the Pope's verified Instagram account hit the like button on a bikini model's picture. Now, the Vatican is up in arms trying to figure out who liked this picture, because there's no way it could have been the Pope. They are also suggesting that maybe someone was browsing the site while on the Pope's account and accidentally hit the like button. That leaves me with two questions. One, why was somebody browsing bikini models in the Vatican under the Pope's account? And number two, how do you accidentally hit the like button? Come on, it's shaped like a heart. You know if you hit it or not. And if you accidentally hit it, just hit it again and it unlikes it. Anyways, that's going to wrap it up for today. I want to thank you for tuning into the No Opinion News Network. Please like, share, subscribe, and make sure you hit that bell icon so you'll know when I go live or upload another video. I'm Chris. This has been your Monday, November 23rd Daily News Briefing. You have a wonderful day.